So I just finally got confirmation that food stamps is officially cut for next month.
About 2 months ago, I stopped eating dinner almost every night of the week so that my boyfriend and I could have enough food left over to have lunch the next day. This was before we were about to lose our food stamps. Mind you, we both work.
I don't think that we really realize the depths that this is, the damage that this is going to do, but the women, the mothers, and the families, but the mothers especially, who are going to go without meals so their children don't have to. I know that I will absolutely be one of those mothers.
But because we have children and because aftercare and before care is too expensive, I've taken a job that's basically minimum wage so that I can be there to pick up my kids. I cannot fathom what we're gonna do without that food stamp money, because if I already couldn't eat dinner with that food stamp money.
I'm so tired of seeing people say like, oh, well, maybe if you had a job, you could get your groceries, or, you know what I'm saying, you wouldn't have to depend on stamps. I work full time. Thank you. And I do rely on stamps because guess what? It's not enough money in this economy for me to be able to pay bills and get stuff that we need and provide for my 2 kids. So yes, I depend on stamps and I have a full-time job. So please know that people out here depend on stamps is not because we out here just mooching off the government. It's because we literally need that to provide for our family. I work hard every single day. I get up every single day and clean houses, and I still rely on food stamps to feed my 6 children because the prices are so high. It's unrealistic to think about not having food stamps. Next month, I'm so terrified because 6 babies are always eating. Plus myself, I eat about 1 meal a day, but still.
My kids have not eaten in 5 days. It is the taxpayer's responsibility.
Lady, I don't think it's anybody's responsibility except for your own to make sure that your kids are being fed. But I can't help but feel bad for these people because a lot of them are counting on this money so that way they can feed their families.
I do this. I do this. I do this. I do this. I do this.
Nah, I ain't gonna even front. Like, at first, I was thinking that, like, the people that receive SNAP benefits were people that were not working and just receiving stamps and getting assistance with their bills through the welfare system. I did not realize that a lot of these people are actually working people. You know what I mean? I got a different type of vibe when I seen the videos on TikTok that I watched of these working people suffering. It kind of puts my mind into the perspective of the government workers that are constantly working right now and not getting paid. You know what I'm saying? So people are suffering. You got, who's worse? The people that's not getting paid, that's working for the government and not receiving a paycheck at all to even buy food, or the people that are working and just not getting their SNAP benefits? Because I guess if you're a working person, right, and you working and you really depending on SNAP benefits to feed your family, then it's only logic to think that you're probably not making a lot of money, or you're probably not making enough money to pay your bills and buy food at the same time. But I don't think, this is just my own personal opinion, I don't think you have it worse than the people that are working and not getting paid and not getting SNAP benefits. They're not getting anything at all. What most of people's gripe that's receiving it is either like, you're not working, you're not doing anything, and you depend on the SNAP benefits. But I feel badder for the people that are working and not getting any money at all. How are they going to get food? It basically puts the people that are working and receiving SNAP benefits kind of like, I would say the same boat, but you're not even in the same boat. You're even in a higher boat than the people that are working, because you're still working and still getting paid. So all you got to do My advice to you is it's time to clean up. And right now, before you get a chance to clean up, you got to do what I call rob Peter to pay Paul. You know what I'm saying? Like when I was coming up, and I still do this from time to time if necessary. Like sometimes you got to put a bill off and let it, as long as it's like, sometimes you got to put it off because you got to take care of something that's more important at the time. How you doing? All right. Sometimes you got to take care of something that's more important at the time, and you got to put something off. Like I used to put bills off all the time. Like I'm gonna pay this on the next pay, but right now I gotta pay this. I don't think the government is gonna be shut down forever. I don't think that that this thing is gonna go on forever because the government see what's going on. They see what's happening. They see the people suffering. You know what I mean? They see the stress and the frustration. They see what they're doing to people's families, and it's too much money floating around in the government for them to continue this on. Like they're gonna tighten up, or they're gonna come up with something to help those people that's receiving SNAP benefits. It's always gonna be. It's always a loophole. It's always a way. But in the meantime, I don't think that people should 100% depend on this because you got to think right now. Let's just say that it goes on for 3, 4, 5 more months, right? And you get no SNAP benefits. And then let's say they just turn it back on where you are going to benefits. What are you going to do at that point? Are you going to stay in the same mindset, in the same predicament that you are in right now? I think right now it's time to clean up. Like if you are not doing what they call like the right thing and you're not being productive, I think it's time to clean up. Like if you're doing drugs or smoking weed every day, I think it's time to stop that. I think it's time to get yourself right, start applying for jobs, not dependent on it. Because if they doing it now, they could do it again. If they doing it right now, they could do it again. It ain't no telling what's going to happen in the future. I hope that they turn it back on and give it to everyone, man, because it's a lot of people ranting, and it sounds destructive, man. It sounds like people are willing to do some irrational things to support their families, and that's not gonna do anything but make your situation worse. I don't recommend that. You know what I mean? But I think it all starts right now. What are you gonna do right now instead of doing all this ranting? I think that people should be looking for avenues to get themselves off of public assistance so you could take care of yourself. And for the people that's working, who's saying we're not just dependent on the government, we go to work every day. I didn't even know you guys exist. So if I ever said anything that's offensive, I didn't even know you guys exist because I'm going to be honest with you, I'm a working man and I need assistance. I said that in my last video, like I would love to get some SNAP benefits right now because food is very expensive. It's very expensive, and the people who get SNAP benefits, they got it good in that aspect of buying food. Now, as far as how much money they make for a living with minimum wage, and just keep striving, man. It's the game. Everybody went through it. I went through it. I worked for something that I felt like wasn't worth working for. I did what I had to do to get by. And that's what I think that everybody needs to put their mindset in. I think people need to do what they got to do to get by. You know what I'm saying? Take that BS job or whatever until something greater comes along, because the Most High gonna make sure you good. You know what I'm saying? I don't care what type of loopholes the government put in your way. At the end of the day, your kids are not going to starve. This is not going to be like a third world country where you see the kids in Africa with flies all on them and things like that. You're an able-bodied citizen if you're healthy. You're healthy enough to go to work. You can work. You know what I'm saying? If your job not paying you enough money to pay the bills and buy food, this is what has to happen. You're going to have to downsize some things. You know what I mean? You're going to have to cut some things out and put some things in front of the line that's more important. It's time for families to stick together. You know what I'm saying? It's time for people to help their families out. I remember when I was growing up, and we used to all like in my household when I was growing up. Like I grew up in my grandmother's house, and it was like 3 or 4 of my aunt's children living under that roof, and we all sat on the floor and watched TV together. We all ate together. Like family, it's time for families to stick together. But you will get through this. If God brought you to it, He could get you through it. You know what I mean? But it could be a lesson for you. It could be a test for you given by God. And you know what I mean? And you know what God has planned, no man can deter. You know, and I'm not trying to get all spiritual or righteous or nothing, but I'm just saying what God got for you is for you. It ain't no way you could get around it. You know what I mean? And this government stuff, it's just a testament of life. What are you going to do about your near future? I heard the lady say that, she depend on the taxpayers, gotta pay so her kids can eat. Nah, it's not the taxpayers' job to make sure that your kids eat. Like homeboy said, it's your job to make sure your kids eat. It's my job. Now, trust me, if I could find some assistance, if I'm able to get SNAP benefits, I'm going to use them. But if I can't, I'm going to find another way. You know what I'm saying? And I hope this video not offensive and downing anyone, but because I didn't even know it was working people that exist that receive SNAP benefits. I'm just learning this thing here. You know what I mean? But I don't think you're worse off than the people that don't get SNAP benefits and are going to work today and not getting any money. So they got to exhaust their savings account, and they probably got to lean on family as well. I'm not going to keep this video going for too long. I was just watching those TikTok videos, and I just wanted to talk about what I saw and what I think in my mind. And I think that everybody's going to be all right in the long run. And I think this is the perfect time to start training your mind to not depend on the U.S. government to give you food or shelter. You know what I'm saying? It's the time to have strength. I think right now you need to go ahead and build yourself up. You know what I mean? Like a person that be like, let's just say a person is like gaining a lot of weight, and then they looking at themselves in the mirror and they saying, damn, I let myself go. And then they just find this energy from out of nowhere where they just start working out, you know what I mean, and trying to get themselves right. And they like, I let myself go. It's time to get back right. That's the mindset that I think that people on SNAP benefits need to have. It's time to get back right. It's time to train yourself all over again, because your mind has muscle memory. If you used to be self-sufficient before, you could be self-sufficient again. It's your guy Libs. I'll see y'all on the next video. I love y'all, and I'm praying for y'all. Peace.
I do this.